Hello and welcome to the matinee. If you missed the best of one version, you can check out today's earlier vid. We're going to go ahead and run this deck in best of 3. Notably, we're keeping all the changes that I took out. We're keeping in the Abrade for the VV matchup because we're going to want that artifact tape. I think Bounce Off as a one of is really just one of those like open deck list things where if your opponent knows you have a single Bounce Off, they might play around it when you don't have it. But if people know this list from the recent Arena Championship tournament, then it is still effectively like you're getting that open list value even in Arena. So we're going to keep the one of Bounce Off in there, and then we're going to keep the Devastating Onslaught on top. Very powerful finisher. I just felt like we needed more 1 and 2 drops in best of 1. In best of 3, we should have some more time to pop off with this guy. We got the sideboard. We're going to keep it as is. I'm a little bit tight on time again today. So here we go, into the matinee. I actually thought matinee meant second performance of the day, but it doesn't. It just means daytime show, as opposed to like a morning show. So you can have a matinee in the afternoon and still have an evening show. So I don't know if matinee is the best word for this, but it kind of sounds cool. Two-lander in best of 3 with the Origins. I like that. Random Bounce Off showing up. Not sure if we need that guy. Onslaught finisher. Do we ramp on 3 or discount? I don't think we need to bounce anything on 2. I think you can come in tapped. If we go Cry on 3 and then World Wagon, assuming we have the 4th land, we discount stuff by 2. Only have 1 mana open. Enigma Jewel, eh? Okay. I don't think we really need... Ooh, Onslaught's just like a really good card, right? Do we need, I don't know if we need more than one of them though, right? We don't have that much mana just yet. We probably just want more gas, honestly. I don't know if it's a mistake. We already have one. I don't really think we need the second one to win, you know? Alright, turn 3 synth. Totally gonna top deck those Abrades here. This bounce creatures or vehicles, but not artifacts. So they play World Wagon or Battle Crier, they can Perilous Snare it regardless. What else is in that deck? Should probably pull out the untapped list while we wait for this guy to scry. He's finished scrying, okay. Another Battle Crier. I feel like we just want more land, right? In case we had a 2-drop. I think we'll just World Wagon here. In general, more green is good. We already have double red. I feel like in general, more green is probably good here. I'll go ahead and put up the best of 3. I think I know the list pretty well, but it's always good to refresh yourself. If you can stare at their list the whole time. Double synth, okay. Ooh, 2 to the top is tough. Could we wombo combo in one single turn? If we like plot you, get it for 0 mana. Then go Battle Crier. We could try to wombo combo. We could stall with Bounce Off for 1 turn. We could also just attack and oh, I don't have the blue for that. Okay. We could still Trailblaze and crew and attack. Just get more land for next turn. I think that's okay. Okay. We don't have much time before we lose. 2 to the top. Like, it's gonna be a banger. Let's hope they collected Company and whiff. I think that's our best hope here. It's a relic. It's not a 3-drop. Oh my gosh. 2 to the top. It wasn't a 3-drop. But now what? You can use this to do what? To like put a stun counter? To use the Volt? Oh my gosh, this is a crazy slow turn. Tapped out. Oh my gosh, we could actually win this turn maybe. Let's see. How would we do this? Make a copy, artifact, or creature. These tokens gain haste. Is there any way to do it? I'm sorry, that's a bit new for me. 1/1. Make a copy of the World Wagon. We don't have enough creatures to crew it all, though, so I don't think that's the play this turn. We could still try to win next turn, though. Okay. Crew you this turn. If we make a copy of the creature? Are they creatures or not? That would be game, right? I think we'll still win next turn. I'm actually not sure what to do about this. These guys don't go to 0? Can name a human here. I mean, they would need the human again, I think is fine. Hopefully it's enough to win. Should be able to discount one more time, right? Down to 0. I'm assuming they don't have Ultima, right? That'd be crazy, right? I mean, this is a wild turn. Okay. Maybe let's miss lethal there. But they definitely need definitely need a sweeper, and even still we have the World Wagon. Multiple World Wagons. The thing I don't know is if we make a copy of the creature vehicle and it's currently a creature, would the copy have been a creature or just come in as the artifact? This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Maybe I can Google that while we wait. What happens if I make a copy of an artifact creature vehicle? Oh my gosh, they're just gonna win here? No, they don't have the next repurposing bay. They can almost upgrade into the fire crystal and just win on the spot. It's a little bit short of that, right? Alright, I think we got him here. Okay, cool. The copy will be a non-creature artifact. Okay, great. So we didn't make that mistake there. Alright, we have a whole bunch of artifacts to get rid of. Feels like negate is good. I don't know if you need Disdainful Stroke or not. This seems good. Scrap Shooter, kill an artifact seems good. They actually have some target removal. I don't hate the Surak. Don't need Graveyard Hate. It's fairly expensive. That's interesting. Who wants to come out is the question. Man, all these cards are very good. We'll be on the draw this game. I think Onslaught's gonna be very good to win out of nowhere. Maybe Surak isn't actually the way. In terms of like what cards we really have to play. I don't think we need infinite of these. I think it would cut some of the top end stuff. I like the Onslaught though. On the draw, maybe you don't need quite as many if we're trying to play with more interaction here. And if I had to cut one more card, maybe the Vestige. No Disdainful Stroke, no Surak. We can cut a lot of the win cons on the draw. And we put in way more counterspells. Hopefully that's okay. I don't know if they're going to put in a sweeper. Let's just check real quick. Azorius Control. Hold on. Best of 3. Azorius Artifacts. No, I'm not aware that they're going to put in a sweeper. They might put in a, they might put in a, okay, this is fine. I'll run this. They might put in a High Noon. That'd be interesting to prevent us from double spelling. That'd be pretty interesting. Hopefully these counterspells serve us okay. Elf on 1. Pretty nice. We'll keep that. It's fairly unlikely to have a removal spell on too, right? As long as they don't tap it. So if I were them, I might put in High Noon. Get Lost. Just removal for big creatures. Alright, that prevents the Wombo combo, so it's probably good we subbed out, probably good we subbed out one copy of the big hasty removal spell. I didn't think about that. And just scoop. Okay. I think he kept to one lander, didn't want to mull again. A little bit anticlimactic. I would have liked to see a full pop-off game. It's good to know though. Man, there's so much to learn about S3. Like if you know that they're gonna have Authority of the Consoles, either in the main deck or coming off the sideboard, then there's no reason to prioritize any of the hasty finishers. It's just no longer a good win con. Didn't know that though. It's also not in the most played version. If you're just net decking it off of best of 3. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. It's a cool format. I also didn't realize Artifacts was that good in best of 3. It's actually pretty top of the B tier deck. It's up there. Elf on 1. Always love to see that. On the draw. Okay, we'll keep this. Onslaught showing up. Potentially the same matchup. Potentially Control. Oh my gosh. Pixies? Okay. Fine. Nothing to do on 2. Pixies. Is that what we're doing here? Alright, hold on. Let's read this. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. I feel like that shuts down our... Are we supposed to plot for 0? Keep him safe? And then battle cry... Draw a card? I think we do want to keep stuff safe in general. But I think this guy shuts down the crew ability of the World Wagon too, so that card might just have to come out in game 2. Double Onslaught, probably don't need to see that in the opening hand. Alright, definitely looking Pixie-esque. Only white and black, no blue available. The battle cry. Okay. Well, we'll try this. We did not hit land. We'll see if we can hit one more land here. We already have blue. I don't think it really matters what we take here. I guess we can make blue to survive the pain land issue. If we hit a land... We do actually, that's pretty good. Can give other creatures haste this turn? A lot of damage. They could flash in something and eat the Trailblazer. Wouldn't like that so much. It's a lot of damage though. If we Vestige and draw a card, how good is that instead? All we do is draw an extra card, right? Let's do it this way. That's 1 and a blue, so I don't have mana for that. I don't know if we throw away the Trailblazer here. We're like really well set up, right? If they have the flash, 2 mana, 2/1. You know, eat the Trailblazer. I think we're quite sad about that. Yeah, they do have it. I don't think you throw away the Trailblazer into that. They actually pick up the Relic instead of the Nowhere to Run. Feels like Nowhere to Run would be decent. Maybe they don't have enough black mana. They already have like a Nowhere to Run in hand or something. We're very close just popping off here, though. If we resolve the Battle Cry, draw a card, Vestiges down to 0. Eventually we should be able to get a 0 mana Onslaught, right? Which would be useless, I guess, because we'll already have the Sure Shot. Alright, so there's the Nowhere to Run. Okay, we're still in a good position here. 1 black. 1 more rule will be big. Looks like they got it. Okay, alright, big turn for the opponent there. Definitely really slowed us down. Roaming Throne on human is pretty good. We draw a card. If we do this, we discount something down to 2. If we hit land, we could play the Vestige as well, which is pretty good. Five damage presented. Yeah, I think we go for this. 1 land would be really nice here. No. Too bad. Okay. One to 12, we're down to 8. Opponent's got 5 damage in the air. 6, 7 off the anchorage. Could drop us to 1 in the air. Manual taps on blue. White. Relic, draw another card. I should probably look at their sideboard while I'm waiting. Where's this deck? Where's Esper Pixie? Oh, looks like the Zenith is maybe popular. Momentum Breaker, sack a creature. Elf can go. You got 1 more rule spell? Is there any stick here? I don't really see much stick. Okay, so can we win this turn? I think likely, right? Roaming Throne, double the Trailblazer triggers. That doesn't matter too much. We just need 1 red open to Onslaught, right? Human? Okay. And then Vestige for 1, right? Leave open red. And then Vestige for 0. Roaming Throne for 0. Can be human again, I guess. This can be for 1 still. I think it's probably overkill. I think they can't interact with the Roaming Throne, right? Green is good. I mean, it's very overkill at this point, right? This discounts all spells, right? Suppose you cost gets 1 less to cast. Okay. So we should be able to, like, X equals a million, right? Make a bunch of Roaming Throne copies. Oh, they actually can target it through Nowhere to Run. That's interesting. We actually still might lose here unless we can hit, like... I think we want to gain the life if we can, actually. So if we're gonna do that, we could start. Actually, I think we want to gain life in case this all falls apart. So let's start spending green mana here. Cactus, we actually would be good, right? That would actually fix all our problems. Because then we should just win, actually. Where's the cactus, dude? Oh, we still have to draw it here. Okay. Alright, we actually have just barely enough mana for that. I guess they could still kill the cactus before combat. We're up to 7 now, which is enough. Okay. Because, yeah, we can't make the copies if they kill the underlying thing. They shut off hexproof. Alright, what are we doing versus pixies here? Fire magic seems decent, right? What do they run? Yeah, lots of small stuff. Fire magic seems very decent. Even Torch Tower seems pretty good. We just gotta live long enough, right? This spell can't be countered. Removal spells, they should have Tragic Trajectory, some no order runs. Momentum Breaker doesn't help. 4 no order runs, a bunch of Tragic Trajectories. I mean, they need to kill our stuff, so I think this guy's pretty good. I don't think we're bothering with counter spells. And then again on the draw, I think we'll take out a lot of the top end stuff. They're actually they can be kind of a fast deck. Like, I think a lot of this could go. Ramp is good. The elf gets worse with fire magic, but I think you still keep fire magic. I think you keep the elf too. Bounce off is weird, right? I don't think we need bounced off in this. A braid is okay. Gives us more 2-drops too. A flyer is good. I don't think I want to cut more Dragonhawk. I think 1 vestige can go. Okay. We had a good bit of removal here. Try this. Try to survive the early game. Let's see. They could run No More Lives, which would be interesting. Artifact or enchantment. They could run a null if they really want to. Exercise, definitely. Yeah, they'll have a removal for our big creatures too. We're on the draw in best of 3. World Wagon into infinite 3 drops. We have no interaction. I don't know, man. How bad could this be? Discard a card. Alright. I think we keep the cactus. The cactus win con seems decent. Ooh. That's quite a nice top deck. Let's see if it gets murked immediately or not. It does? Sure. We can get a tap land down, or we can hold open 3 mana. Oh god. What do we really want to kill? Yeah, I think we could I think if we can zap something, I think it's worth holding open a braid here. Like even Fear Missing Out, the 2 mana 2/3. I think it's worth it if we can get it dead here. Braid should kill a lot of their stuff, except for the Zenith. They run the 3 mana 2/4. Kieran comes in, pick up the Tiny Bones. Man, there's something to be said. For just discarding the Braid and leaving with the 2/1, doesn't hit that hard. I think I'd rather discard the Braid here. Keep the bangers. I know we're on the draw, but yeah, we get to go World Wagon. We don't need blue yet. We don't need to shock this in. Okay. They finally turn on blue. They get the relic, draw a card. I think we'll save the Sure Shot in hand. We certainly don't need it on 4. Some mana suspiciously open. Okay, let's try this to start. I have to shock in the breeding pool regardless if we want to play the elf. We could almost leave the elf in hand. What do you want here? Human, I guess? Human still? If we don't know what we're going to draw. We're going to double block? Momentum Breaker? Let's see what they do. We'll take a green, I think. Should we have plenty of green? Maybe we'll take the next red. Feels like red is a bigger bottleneck in this deck. They do take the double block. Okay. So we can actually get around Momentum Breaker if we do shock in the elf. Hopefully that's enough. Alright, there goes our last card. Can they beat a 4/4? Pick up the relic, draw a card. Right, game is not over. Land. Shocked in. Relic again, draw a card. Game is definitely not over. It's pretty sweet top deck though, I'll tell you that. Is there anything we want to draw before combat here? I don't think it's really going to change much. I think we'll just lay it out here. Trailblazer on top. Grab that to hand, right? On the second half. Plus we picked human anyway, which is nice. Just you keep extra creatures around for the Momentum Breaker sack. Opponent's at 12. See if they have us discard this last card. If you wanted to be sneaky, you could try to have put the land on top to draw into hand and leave the Trailblazer on top. It's also an option. Depends if you think they're going to pick up and put back the Tiny Bones again. Alright, they are. So there goes our last card again. We could have layered it on top. Maybe been better, I don't know. Thanks, dude. Is that an upkeep stop? They did set an upkeep stop, right? There's no reason to show this before combat. We don't need the mana. I don't anticipate a big counterspell. I think we can attack first with both of these guys. Flash in and block one if they really want to. Okay. Keep the pressure on. Double block you. It's kind of a threat. Take the action. Another green source. Nothing. Felt like they're holding full control or had like an upkeep stop or something. Stock up pretty good. Let's see if they can get there. We actually get a nice attack with the elf. Do we need an upkeep stop here? I guess we don't, right? It depends. I mean, we could power up the World Wagon before the trigger goes off, right? Then we'd have a 10-10 trample. Oh, artifact down, 1 mana open. Okay. Upkeep stop needed. Cecil. Any number of players, each mill card lose a life. Okay. I mean, yeah, we'll give it to him. Trade. Down to 6. If they Momentum Breaker the elf, we're pretty happy, right? I don't think there's much use in keeping that in hand. Opponent looking to weasel their way out of game 2. Definitely could. Absolutely could. So we learned anything of use. Stock up's great laking if they can survive. This card is interesting. We could potentially think about layering stuff on top. If we want to keep cards out of the hand for the Tiny Bones, we could surveil something to the top of the deck and not have it go into hand. Nope, that doesn't help. Might as well play it out here, though. Opponent still has to get us from 22 to 0, but yeah, it feels like they're going to run away with it. Okay, they start the attack. No blocks. We can attack here, right? I guess they flash in, what? A 2-1? And we trade? We actually kind of need our creature to survive, don't we? I don't know if they have anything or not. They trade with a 2-1. It makes the Momentum Breaker vastly better, right? Potentially not worth it. Just know to run anyway, okay. Okay. So what does it take to win from here? Dragonhawk would be nice. Vestige. Other creatures get haste. Yeah, seems tough. Seems tough. Esper Origins would be good. Gain Life Surveil, put something in hand. We have to be able to cast it the same turn for 3. Even then it dies to Momentum Breaker. So we'd have 2 creatures at that point. Yeah, it's gotta be a big top deck here. It's a good card. We're not gonna play it. Land doesn't do it though. If we leave it, it deals 2 damage to them, right? We're not worried about counterspells. So I think you just leave it. I don't think we need to play it. Stun counter. Okay. Take the draw. Yeah, I don't think we're getting there this game. Go to 4. Sack our last creature. How would Fire Magic have done here? Still feels pretty good, right? Is there anything I want to change in the sideboard at this point is all we're thinking. How was a Braid? It was okay. It still cleans up. It still targets every single creature they have, right? That is not helpful right now. That should roughly be game. They can power up the Anchorage. Gain some life. Alright, so we'll go to game 3. We'll be on the play, though. And we cannot zap anything with the torch. Yeah, alright. That is it. We go to game 3. I don't think there's much to change about the sideboard. We'll have to think if there's anything to be a little more aggressive on the play. That's the only thing I'd really consider. Is Surak worth it into Momentum Breaker? They did run Trajectory. They didn't have that much removal this game. Nowhere to run, I guess. Trajectory. I mean, the only thing we could do on the play is we could cut some of this interactive stuff. We might not need like all the torches. Between the two, Abraid is a little more expensive. Maybe you cut the Abraid. I could see cutting these. Our deck is just so powerful if we get anything going. Just force them to respond to us more. Like, they kind of need to answer every single thing, right? And they did last game, but, I think I could see do something like... I think I could see doing something like this. Onslaught's a good finisher, but Battlefield's pretty empty most of the time. Okay, let's try this. Alright, we go to game 3. Come on, lucky stars. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, right? It's really not bad. We just don't have that many 1-drops or 2-drops in the deck. I don't think you mulligan this in best of 3. In best of 1 on the draw, maybe. Because you're just like, well, I'm just gonna run over. But, this thing's a little slower. We'll see if they just curve out super nice. Discard a card again. Alright, who's going here? I think Surak is. I mean, drawing cards is our best defense to, is our best defense. I think we even been the Battle Crier here. Try to plot Trailblazer. We could even plot multiple Trailblazers and go Roaming Throne Human. Drop, draw a bunch of cards. Like, that would be pretty good against them. Especially if they're not putting any pressure on us. Two mana open. Could have a counterspell. We could still plot one more time, I think. If we go Battle Crier and Trailblazer, discount by 2. We actually have enough mana to also play the Throne, right? It's a pretty explosive turn right there. Okay. They could run No More Lies still. They could know where to run. I think this was a misplay. I think we should have just plotted the Trailblazer. I think they'll know where to run the Battle Crier. Oh, they actually have the counterspell. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think that was probably the wrong play. I think we should have waited till they tapped out. Yeah, I think that was a misplay. We'll see how big the punish is for that. Yeah, that was a misplay. For sure, we should have waited till they tapped out, I think. Know to run also eats the ward off this guy. It's a good draw in general. Can run that out and plot as well. Don't need more land here, just gas. Alright, discard the last card. Can still Trailblazer Origins. Probably kill this too, though, but there's not really another way around that, right? Can add this to hand. Double Dragonhawk. Nothing there. 3 mana open, do nothing. Need to have a sweeper? Nope, just more removal. Holding on. Manual tap on blue. Leave open black. Sack the last creature. Okay. Still, these cards could have been Abrades. They're looking a lot better here. We could keep the land in hand at this point just to discard, right? I think that's worth it. Down to 12. Manual taps to leave open, leave an open black. Relic, draw a card. 2 mana to put a stun counter on a tapped creature. Pick seed, pick up the breaker, pick up the relic. Interesting. Devout Decree. Exile target creature or planeswalker that's black or red. Okay, I think we could play another Tempest here. And still keep that land in hand. Okay, that's fine. It's 10. I do regret how we played the early game. I do regret not just chilling out. I don't know if they ever would have tapped out. They might have had a lot of nowhere to runs in hand and stuff. But I think we should have plotted a bunch until they just couldn't keep up with their mana. At least something got to stick. Got a little bit of value. I think we threw away a lot of the early game there. But first time playing the deck. Make mistakes. Okay, draw another card. Untapped. Pixie again. Pick up the relic again. Wow, 1 mana removal spell. Okay, damn. Good card. I don't think we trade it with the Pixie. Make them use removal on it. Technically a 1, 2, 3, 4. Could copy it twice. We have 3 4/4s with trample if they do nothing. If they have no interaction for us. Relic again. Okay, 1 removal spell. See if they have 1 more pickup. Nope. Discard the World Wagon. And make 2 copies and see if 12, oh, we don't discard there, we just mill. 3 mana open now. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. Nothing. So if we attack for 12, they have 7. So we only get through for 5 damage, actually, right? It feels like we do this instead. Resolves. 2. Okay. Probably should have not played the land, to be honest. But I guess it gives us 1 more X, right? Yeah, it would have been lethal, right, if we just did nothing? Sorry. Double block with trample. Drop to 6. Okay, that's all we can do. Should have left the land there. Because that would be, oh, they sacked this for life anyway, okay. We'd have had 2 extra damage. That'd be down to 1 right now. If we attack with the Sure Shot 2, actually this guy does not have trample himself. Stun counter. We could still make a copy of him. They probably don't have too many instant speed and ways to interact with it, right? Sorcery speed. They'd need double nowhere to runs on our turn. I think we can make a copy of the 5/5. Play the World Wagon, and then just, no blocks. That'll flip it. They'll have a lifelink blocker. But we're planning to have a blocker in the air, right? An attacker in the air, potentially. I think we just go X equals 1 through No More Lies. World Wagon has 4 toughness. So what is the play here? If they have No More Lies, just do X equals 1, then you're fine. You can also play World Wagon. You can do both, right? I think you start with this. I don't think kill a 5/5 at his speed. They could have double No More Lies, and then we could still go World Wagon, power it up with haste, and have a big trample creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that would do it. They can also power up the Anchorage to block the flyer, but they have to deal with this creature. This creature can't survive till end step, right? At the beginning of your end step, Dragonhawk deals 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards that are still exiled. So they have to do something here. We keep this one. We get the ETB. They have to answer it. Okay, we'll leave those cards there, I think. I will also try to play this. Okay, countered. Well, we're just attacking with the 5/5 then. Okay, we got there. Well, if you learned anything from this video, we definitely should have... I think we should have chilled on the double plot against them. If you plot enough times, eventually they don't have enough mana to interact, and then even if they could have, you know, even if they could have 1 node to run, they might not have 2, and then hopefully we got a couple extra draws out of that, get the roaming throne down. I think we really could have popped off, and I think we threw that pretty hard by getting greedy and just like not being careful. So anyway, this was super fun deck. I would love to play this deck more. I mean, it did get to the top 8 of the Arena Championship. Very good deck, and okay in best of 1 and way better in best of 3, but super fun regardless. Yeah, that's all I got. If you enjoyed today's unedited video, a classic Dr. Ruckus, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.